Matthew Miller is joining us right now. It is Theme Park Thursday. He's the senior director for the Orlando Informer. We always love when he comes to visit us here on Good Day Orlando Extra. Hey, Matthew.
Hey, ladies. How you doing? Great to see you.
Yes, happy Thursday.
So we're talking first about Abu Dhabi, which I just like to say, Abu Dhabi. It's just fun to say. Building a new Disney park there.
They are. Can you believe it?
Wow.
The last international destination they opened was Shanghai in 2016. So some might say it's about time, but they didn't give us an opening date yet, but it's going to be a big project. It's going on Yas Island. For those that may be familiar with the region, there's several indoor theme parks there, Warner Brothers, Ferrari, some others. So really expecting a beautiful destination.
You said indoor. Does that mean this one will also be indoors or no? That would be totally different.
Yeah, great question. So they didn't say, but you know, you got to think there's going to be some big differences. One of the big differences over there, basically all the attractions are indoors. And if they're not, the majority of them are, and some of the coasters run outside. Another big difference is they're a little bit smaller. You know, around here we have theme parks that are hundreds and hundreds of acres. Over there, about 40 acres will get you one park. So it's going to be really interesting to see, do they go with the current format, or do they try to do something much bigger, much different than what the region's used to?
So I'm personally curious, have you been to all of the Disney parks, like across the world?
Oh, I have not. I would love to, but I haven't. I know. So I've been to all. I have not been to Hong Kong, and I haven't been to the one in Paris.
Okay.
Oh, wow. So fascinating. Well, I do want to bring us back here to Florida. So talk to us a little bit more about some Disney deals for Floridian residents.
Sure. So we got the Florida resident deal that's going on right now, where you can actually go to each park for one day, $60 a day, which is a great savings because sometimes those tickets can be up to $200 just below it for the Magic Kingdom. So a lot of savings there. Also, if you're not a Florida resident, you can come in, kids can get in half off, and they can eat for free. There's a free dining deal for non-Florida residents.
Whoa,
nice.
That's huge.
Yeah, that is a really good deal. Well, let's talk about, I can't believe I'm bringing this up, but we are actually already halfway to Halloween. How is that possible? And SeaWorld is offering up deals on Howl-O-Scream tickets already?
They are. They just started their Mayhem deal. It started on Monday. It's going to run for a week. And what you can do is you can buy one ticket for $39.99. They actually want you to buy two, but the ticket is $39.99, and it's good for any day. What's special about that is normally around July or August, they switch to a date-based system. They do this every year, and the price will vary and become more expensive per day. So if you don't know when you want to go, now's the time to buy it, because then you can use the ticket any night the run of the event.
It's actually smart.
And especially with the weather too.
Right.
That's probably super helpful.
That's a really good point, yeah.
I also want to talk about Universal because it's giving people a lot of time. I feel like everyone I know has already been to Epic Universe.
Except us.
Except for us. That's okay. You've been multiple times. You've got the full lowdown. So.
Wait. He's been 7 times.
7 times.
7 times. 7 times.
And is it just as good each and every time?
It is. Actually, I think I enjoy it better each time that I go because, you know, you pick up new things that you didn't see before. And Celestial Park is already beautiful, but week after week, the trees are growing in more. There's more water features working. It just gets prettier as the days go by. Exactly.
Oh, that's so cool.
So let's talk a little bit about what you can expect if you do go to Epic before the 22nd, because we know that some of the rides are not going to be open, which might be disappointing to people who are hoping for the sneak peek, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
It's really important to understand this is a technical rehearsal getting ready for the grand opening on May 22nd. Now, what I will say is we're several weeks into this rehearsal, so they're actually much better now than they were, let's say, a month ago. But you know, you want to pack your patience. You want to realize, hey, not everything's going to be open right when the park opens. Throughout the day, attractions may go down. If you're like me, that's part of the fun, though. Like, I want to be the first on it. I want to see how they do these things. But yeah, if you're going and you're expecting this perfect time with no downtime, wait a few months to go to the park.
Okay, or a few years.
I know. Well, that's what I was just going to ask, if you would recommend, like, I guess it just depends on the person, if you want to try and fight the crowds when it first opens, or if you can swing it, go before it opens, I guess. Got to kind of weigh your options.
Yeah, great question. Now, I will say as well, though, even though it's not open, it still feels pretty busy now. One part of this is trying to work through the operations of the park. So, you know, adding ride vehicles to the track or figuring out how to move people through a restaurant, they have things that they have to learn. So while the park may not be at full capacity today, sometimes it may feel like it is because they're still working through issues on their side. Yeah.
Do we know what the capacity, does anybody know what the capacity of the parks are? I'm always curious, like, because on Christmas Day, or usually that's when Disney's like, we've hit our limit, nobody else can come in, right?
Yeah, so unfortunately that's not something that they share, you know, wide open. What they will do is every year they will say, over the past 12 months, so many millions of guests have attended a park. Magic Kingdom is normally around the 20 million mark. mark, just to kind of give you an estimate. So, you know, you should expect millions and millions. And obviously, Epic, first year open, a lot of excitement. People are going to be coming to it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I want to go to it.
Me too.
Oh, fun stuff.
Date night.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is Matthew Miller, Senior Director for Orlando Informer. We always love when he comes to visit us. Matthew, thank you.
Thank you, ladies.